Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Alex Smith and the Washington football team.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the New York Giants.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. To return, here's Agnew. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
After the sack on first down, Jones, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
Intercepted by Washington.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led out by a man who's taken a long and courageous road back to the NFL, their veteran quarterback, Alex Smith.
Just 4 weeks left in the regular season, and he has to be firmly in the driver's seat for the MVP award.
Yeah, as the month of December wears on, we'll see how this all shakes out, and the debate will certainly heat up. But he's done everything they've asked of him.
Wouldn't you love to be in his head right now, though, to see what he's thinking, how much this is affecting him? Is he thinking about it at all? Are his teammates talking to him about it? He's dealing with a little bit of pressure, though, even though he's right now the #1 guy.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 6 catches, 80 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To throw again, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And inches.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on third and inches. First carry for Peyton Barber. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
He was brought down
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Smith's pass.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
4-yard
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
at the 1-yard line.
Here's Smith, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Hakeem Butler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was polished off. By a Washington touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Agnew on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley.
Number 26.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 74 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on it.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards. yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So get
and his first carry, he loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Oh, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about
first down. Gibson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job. Finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
He was brought down.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down now, Barkley, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Jones now from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Jones pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So on now is the punter, Matt Bosher, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 23. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Smith. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is Love. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a... running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Smith. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
And 8 yards.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're... Looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Smith. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Going to give it to Love. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their... lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped by Bryce Love's touchdown run.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3. Scores a 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Smith 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Smith firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Antonio Gibson.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 2, Smith. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And a route. Is on here in this first half.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say... So, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now a give right side. Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can... get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was all kept. By Bryce Love's touchdown run.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. So with the 3 interceptions, how does he erase those from his mind and just focus on this drive?
I think he may need some help from the coaching staff. Maybe the offensive coordinator says, okay, let's do a few of the shorter throws, quick rip. Throws where the ball's out of his hand quickly into a receiver before the defense can react. Maybe not take so many shots downfield just in case. Get your confidence back up, and then later on, you expand the targets again.
The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid, right?
I love it. I love it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's now
offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Now Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for New York. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
At their own 35-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's a gain of 4.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A look at Sterling Shepard as he and this offense get set to go again. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. On second down, Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
We want it. Come to my work.
On 3rd down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Smith now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. First down, Washington.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On second down and 4, Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Washington.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. Open man, completes it to Butler. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They run the counter. It's Gibson, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
And the route is on here in this first half. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. Down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Throwing on first down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Jones pass complete to Saquon Barkley. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jones on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton.
Jones pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 2. From the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
That's good for a Giants first down.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. Nick Foles throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sammy Watkins, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's been the veteran Alex Smith with a strong first half. His guys have just about put this one on ice already. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this carries into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me. Trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave the booth. They'll run on first down. Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Let's go, D. It's gonna be
On third down, it's Gibson, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
He was brought down by Avery Williamson.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, it's Love. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Washington ball carrier.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The tackle made just.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Smith on third down. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Smith. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
Thrown away.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plan. And best design plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch twist. 19,
Throwing again. Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
Throwing again is Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped by Bryce Love's touchdown run.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. To return, here's Agnew.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They've got to dig down. Deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Check, 47. Watch the slant.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young,
he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more.
Double time. Even. 4 down. Even. I got 11. He's mine.
They'll run on first down. It's Love. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Double time. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Here's Love again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check.
From the gun, here's Smith. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
To throw is Smith. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
From 19 yards away.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. He gets away from one.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's... become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be.
After the interception, here's Smith. Open man, Butler complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
A gain of 14.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, Love down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
So that's what an angry defense looks like and what they can do. They told him, you've had your 3 touchdowns already. No way you're getting a 4th.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Just beating the play clock, Smith. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 50. 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Touchdown, Washington!
Terry McLaurin with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. To return, here's Agnew.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
From the gun, Jones. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the 30.
The pickup there, 5 yards. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Jones.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now the 2nd down throw on target, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous. 55, my God, 55. Bring it. Bring it.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. From the gun, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Makes this Washington 63. Giants 10.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The tackle
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 27, Haskins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
15. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Let's go. Hey, hold up. Come up the ball hard. 552.
They'll try and run here with Barber. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Running is Barber. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got to double up. Double up.
The carry for Barber. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Don't do us like that.
Still first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike 20. Mike 20. I don't think you got it, son.
They'll run here with Barber. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 41-yard line.
Check three.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They go play action with Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am. But it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 19-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
My eyes tell me this team's in shape, Brandon, because that's the third down they've converted. On this drive, they're locked in pretty well.
And as a defensive guy, 3 3rd down conversions on 1 drive, that makes you cringe a little, doesn't it?
Makes you do a little bit more than cringe. It can be demoralizing if you let it.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Barber. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Here's Barber. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
And they'll turn to the power game to trying to get in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. Right, you could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
For Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that. And coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's Jones throwing on first down to Barkley on the check down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 28-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Today's finals, Washington.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.